Imagine you are playing a game of Go that will decide your fate. Suddenly, your opponent makes a move that is completely beyond your understanding. This move seems illogical, defying all conventional wisdom, yet it is the key to victory. This is exactly what happened in 2016. AlphaGo's Move 37 left world Go champion Lee Sedol stunned for a full 15 minutes. In that moment, humanity first realized we might be witnessing the birth of an entirely new form of intelligence. Hello everyone, and welcome to Zen Go. Today, we are diving into a recent, in-depth interview with Demis Hassabis, CEO of Google DeepMind. In this conversation, he raised a chilling question. Is AI quietly making new Move 37s that we do not yet understand? Hassabis is not your typical tech evangelist, prone to sensationalism. As a Nobel Prize winner, every word he speaks deserves our serious attention. In this 2.5-hour interview, his core message can be summed up in one sentence. Human civilization stands at an unprecedented crossroads. One path leads to a technological utopia that could solve disease, energy crises, and even death itself. The other path could lead to civilization's self-destruction. And what determines which path we take are the choices we make today. About AI development, let us start with a revolutionary idea Hassabis proposed. He believes that any model produced by evolution in nature can, in principle, be learned and replicated by AI. This sounds like science fiction, but the underlying logic is profoundly deep. Think about it. Nature is not random. From the way proteins fold, to how mountains form, to planetary orbits, everything follows some kind of inherent structure and patterns. These structures have been tested by billions of years of evolution, representing optimal solutions for specific environments. This is why AlphaFold could crack protein folding, why AlphaGo could master Go, a game considered more complex than the total number of atoms in the universe. They were not brute force searching all possibilities. They were learning the elegant solutions that nature had already discovered. But here is an interesting paradox. Hassabis admits that for purely random problems, lacking inherent structure, like factoring large numbers, this learning approach does not work. In other words, AI excels at understanding this world, carefully sculpted by evolution, not at solving abstract puzzles designed by humans. This reminds me of an ancient Zen koan, a paradoxical riddle used in Buddhist practice. A master asks his student, "What is Buddha?" The student racks his brain, trying to give a perfect philosophical answer. The master simply says, "The cypress tree in the courtyard." The deepest wisdom often hides in the most natural, simple things. Now let us look at Google's latest video generation model, VO3. This system can generate videos so realistic that even Hassabis himself was shocked. But what is truly surprising is not the video quality. It is the system's understanding of the physical world. VO3 can accurately simulate light and shadow changes, fluid dynamics, even complex material properties. What does this mean? It means AI has learned a form of intuitive physics just by observing video data, like a child learning that a dropped cup will break by watching the world. This discovery overturns a long-held assumption in AI. We used to believe that AI had to physically interact with the environment to truly understand how the world works. This was called embodied intelligence theory. But VO3 proves that, through observation alone, AI can gain profound understanding of the real world. Hassabis admits he was once a supporter of embodied intelligence theory himself, but now he realizes that the real world itself might contain richer information than we ever imagined. Every frame of video, every pixel change, tells the story of physical laws. This reminds me of that famous thought experiment. Given enough data, could you understand how the entire universe works just by observation? VO3 seems to be moving in that direction. But understanding and creating are different things. This brings us to an extremely profound concept Hassabis introduced: research taste. What is research taste? It is not technical ability, not computational speed, not data processing power. It is that intuition that can precisely ask the right questions amid infinite possibilities. It is Einstein's imagination that could picture himself riding on a beam of light. It is Terence Dow's insight that can see the essence of a mathematical problem. Hassabis believes this is the biggest gap between current AI and top human intelligence. AI is now very good at solving problems and might even tackle the Millennium Prize problems in the future. But posing problems, proposing deep conjectures that master scholars would recognize as profound, requires a creative leap that AI is nowhere near achieving. An excellent scientific conjecture must meet several demanding conditions. First, it must strike a delicate balance, not too easy to appear trivial, not too difficult to be approachable. Second, whether this conjecture is ultimately proven or disproven, it must provide equally valuable information, efficiently narrowing the hypothesis space, like binary search. Finally, it must be falsifiable, verifiable within current technological frameworks. This reminds me of a concept in Go called tesuji, a skillful tactical move. A good tesuji is not the strongest attack or the most solid defense, but that exquisite move that creates multiple threats simultaneously, leaving the opponent at a disadvantage, no matter how they respond. Research taste is a scientist's tesuji. Hassabis gives a cautious prediction for AGI's arrival, about 50% probability by 2030. But he immediately points out that this prediction assumes we have a clear, rigorous definition of AGI. His AGI standard is exceptionally strict. Not a super expert in one field, not a perfect executor of certain tasks, but a general system that maintains consistently excellent performance across all cognitive domains. More importantly, it must possess genuine creativity and invention capabilities. To verify this standard, Hassabis designed a dual testing framework. One side involves comprehensive benchmarks, testing AGI's breadth and stability through tens of thousands of human cognitive tasks. The other side involves milestone breakthroughs, those decisive moments, like AlphaGo's Move 37. For instance, if given only physics knowledge from before 1900, could AGI independently derive relativity? Or could it invent an entirely new game, comparable to Go in depth and elegance? These are not technical questions. They are the ultimate tests of creativity. But the path to AGI remains controversial. One camp believes that simply scaling up existing models will naturally lead to AGI emergence. Another insists we need one or two fundamental breakthroughs to achieve a qualitative leap. Hassabis uses S-curves to illustrate this dilemma. Current AI systems are excellent at climbing within their current S-curve, optimizing within existing paradigms. But the question is mere hill climbing enough? Or do we need systems capable of jumping from one S-curve to a higher order curve? Facing this uncertainty, DeepMind adopted a wise strategy: dual-track parallel development. Half the resources maximize current technology's potential, while the other half invests in blue-sky research, seeking sparks for the next paradigm revolution. This reminds me of a classic investment strategy, the barbell theory. Put most resources into safe, stable choices, while investing a small portion in high-risk, high-reward opportunities. For humanity's future, this might be the wisest way to place our bets. Now, let us zoom out and consider AGI's deeper implications. Hassabis painted an exciting future vision. Nuclear fusion and solar power will bring humanity virtually unlimited clean energy. Imagine a world where energy is almost free. Desalination costs drop to negligible levels, making water scarcity history. Space transportation costs plummet dramatically, making asteroid mining reality. Most importantly, humanity would escape the zero-sum games caused by resource scarcity for the first time, entering an era of radical abundance. In such a world, traditional economic models might be completely reshaped. When production's marginal cost approaches zero, the very definition of wealth needs rethinking. This is not just technological revolution, it is a fundamental transformation of human civilization. But as Hassabis repeatedly emphasizes, all of this depends on one crucial premise. We must safely navigate the dangerous journey to AGI. He refuses to give specific numbers for humanity's self-destruction probability, considering any precise quantification unscientific. But he clearly states this probability is definitely not zero and cannot be ignored. Facing such high stakes and uncertainty, the only rational choice is to proceed with cautious optimism. This position has dual meaning. On one hand, we must actively embrace AI because it might be the only effective tool for solving existing crises, like climate change and resource shortages. Abandoning AI is itself a huge risk. On the other hand, we must soberly recognize AI's potential threats and invest sufficient resources in researching and managing these risks. Hassabis divides AI risks into two major categories: misuse risks and loss of control risks. Misuse risks come from malicious actors who might use AI technology for destructive activities. Loss of control risks are more profound, involving AI systems whose goals might diverge from human intentions, leading to unforeseen catastrophic consequences. These two risk categories interweave, requiring coordinated international efforts to reach basic consensus on AI safety governance. This might be the most complex collective action problem humanity has ever faced. In the intense AGI race, Hassabis demonstrates a perspective that transcends traditional business competition. He clearly states that measuring AGI development in terms of winning and losing is inappropriate, because its impact is too profound, concerning all of humanity's future. He positions DeepMind as technology's safe leader with the core responsibility of ensuring this powerful technology safely and responsibly benefits the entire world. This is not just PR rhetoric. It is a strategic choice born from deep understanding. When we review this interview's core message, a clear picture emerges. We are at one of the most critical moments in human history. Like Sedol, Standing before the Go board, we face a Move 37 that completely exceeds traditional understanding. This move might bring unprecedented prosperity to human civilization, letting us solve fundamental problems that have plagued humanity for millennia, perhaps even understanding the nature of the universe and life itself. But it might also bring irreversible disaster. The key is how we respond. Can we, like true Go masters, not be misled by superficial gains and losses, but understand this game that determines civilization's fate from a higher dimension? Hassabis' answer is: proceed with cautious optimism, have enough courage to embrace change, and enough wisdom to control risks. This might be the most important contribution our generation can make to the future. After all, true Go masters never fear their opponents' unexpected moves. They know that every seemingly incomprehensible move contains deep logic that can be decoded. The key is maintaining a clear mind, profound insight, and a never-give-up learning spirit. This great game of human civilization is far from over, and each of us is a participant in this game. If this episode gave you new thoughts about AI's future, remember to like and subscribe. Tell me in the comments, how do you think humanity should face the coming AGI era? See you next time.